The dinosaurs are going extinct again, but this time it's up to Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard to rescue them and save them from extinction. Yeah, you guessed it. I'm about to review Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom right now. What's up, world? Welcome to another episode of Movie Breakdowns. I'm your host, Ali Zakka. And what is Movie Breakdowns? It's a movie review series where we look at new and old movies, give them a grade, and I take requests. So is there a movie you want me to review? Let me know and I'll do it for you. Now today, let's get to Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So when I first saw this commercial, I was like, they're making a sequel to Jurassic World, which a movie I wasn't fond of at all. Matter of fact, there's things I poked out of that movie, and things that just really bothered me that didn't belong, like the kids and so a few other things, her running in heels. Like, I need to do a whole nother movie review for that one because I will go in on that movie. But this one was a different story. Maybe because my expectations wasn't that high, but it wasn't low either. Like, I figured they're putting so much effort into this. Like, Jurassic Park was on American Ninja Warrior. There's so many different commercials for it. I figured that this movie should have some kind of impact and at least be a decent movie at most. So when I went into it, I didn't expect much of it, but I expect something, but not too much and not too little. I expected a decent movie, which surprisingly, I didn't get a decent movie. I got a more than decent movie, and I was okay with that. Like, this right here is a nice, fun summer flick to go watch. Like, actually go see this movie in theaters. I will say that. Like, this movie is not a bad movie at all, and it's really a good one. I really enjoyed it. Okay, so let's get to the movie. So Jurassic World, the islands that the dinosaur was on, has been closed down for 3 years. So since 2015, the park's been closed down, and due to like this park being closed down, not being kept, the volcano that's also on this island has started to wake up. It's no longer dormant and it's about to explode. Like, and we're talking about, Pompeii kind of explosion, just extinction of the dinosaurs again. So somewhere down the line, Bryce and Chris Pratt characters broke up. So you see in the first movie, they was together, they broke up somewhere in this movie, and now Bryce wants to save, or I should say Claire, she wants to save the dinosaurs. So she's getting a group of people together to save the dinosaurs, while Owens, Chris Pratt character, doesn't really care. He doesn't really want any part of it, but he kind of been dragged into it because one of his favorite dinosaur that he grew up with, Blue, is also on the island. She's still alive and she's one of her kind. So this causes Owen and Claire to team up to go rescue the dinosaurs. Also, they've been told by another character by the name of Eli that he has a new home for the dinosaurs. So if Claire and Chris goes and save them, or just Claire and Owen goes and save them, they'll be shipped to another location where the government and nobody has to mess with them. The dinosaurs be on their own and they live a life they want to live until they die out naturally. But plot twist, and this is not a spoiler because this is in the commercials, but the dinosaurs actually getting captured to be put into like a kind of auctioning system where they'll get auctioned off to the black market. And now it's up to Chris Pratt and Bryce, or I guess it's Owen and Claire, to stop this from happening. At the same time, the people who are controlling the black market, controlling the auctioning of the dinosaur, have created a new breed of dinosaurs that's a murdering, killing machine that also plays a part in this movie. Do want to let you guys know, I will do a spoiler section at the end of this video, or I guess halfway through this video. It'll be like spoiler time, and I'll go into more details behind what was going on with the auction and the new murder dinosaur. But okay, let's get into characters though. So characters, Chris Pratt character, Owen. Chris Pratt's great. Owen was great. Chris did a great job. He's literally like the main guy in this movie. He is the star still, and like he is a phenomenal character, phenomenal actor, great job. Bryce Dallas Howard, who plays Claire, she did better. Like, I enjoyed her in this movie a lot more than the first movie, and she did a great job. I had no issues with either of those two characters. They did great. Rafe Spall, who played Eli Mills, he was the antagonist in this movie. To me, he was just your stereotypical movie villain. Like, he's a stereotypical business villain character that only cares about the money. And I don't know, like, it took him out of the movie and put somebody else in that same spot, it wouldn't change a thing. So that's my thoughts on him. Like, he was mad to me. He was just there. He was just another villain. And before I go to the next two characters, this movie had a lot of movie tropes in it. There's a lot of things in this movie that you saw and you was like, I can predict that happening, I can predict that happening, I can predict this happening, saw this coming, oh yeah, I saw that coming. So if you want to see a movie that has no really big like keep you on your toes, kind of surprise you, this movie probably won't do that. This movie probably you probably see a lot of other movie tropes you've seen in all the other movies in this movie. So just give you a heads up before you go watch that. So Eli, the reason I brought that up because Eli character was one of those generic movie villains. Plain and simple. Okay, so here's the next two characters that I thought was really good for this movie. I thought that they did a great job. Like, you had two people. You had Justice Smith, who played Franklin Webb, and Daniela Pineda, I hope I said her last name right, who played Zia Rodriguez. I'm sorry I messed that up. But those two characters, Justin's character was, like, and they also explain why they're there too, which I love that. Because the first movie, you had the two kids that were just sent to Jurassic World, and there's no reason for them to be there. No reason whatsoever. But Justin was a hacker. He was good with technology, and he was needed in the movies, and the parts he was needed in, and the parts he wasn't needed in the movie, he wasn't there. Same thing with Daniela's character. She was a doctor, and she was needed in the movie, and when she was needed, she was there. But when she wasn't needed, she wasn't there until she was needed again. I love that. It's kind of funny too, because the fact that they wasn't needed for most of the movie, when they showed it in one part of the movie, this is not a spoiler, it's just kind of like Chris Pratt and Bryce's character is like, where you been at this whole time? Like, why didn't you help us? And I just thought it was funny because I was thinking the same thing. I was then like, and they didn't understand what was going on either, which was even great. So I love how the movie played on that too, and realized like, hey, these characters are side characters, and they're there, but you know, they're there for a reason. Also, Justin Smith character, he was a guy who was like the comedic relief character. He said funny stuff. He had the quotes. He had the quips. So he was that guy for to add a little comedic value. But we have Chris Pratt, who's also a comedian, and he throws his own comedic value to the movie. You know, it didn't overwhelm. I thought it was a great job, but I think Justin, as the comedic character, didn't really need to be the comedic character. He just needed to be the character he was, with toned down of the comedicness and the screaming that he did. Unnecessary. And one last character I want to bring up is Isabella Sermon. She played a character by the name of, I should have this up. Oh, sorry. Macy. Wow. I can't read. Sorry, guys. So Isabella Sermon, she played Macy, and she's a character there for a very important reason. But at the same time, she didn't really need to be in the movie, but she was there kind of for one thing I'll talk about in the spoiler. And fun fact, before I go into this, the daughter of Charlie Chaplin, her name is Geraldine. I'm sorry I missed your name up. Geraldine Chaplin, probably just destroyed her name. But she played Iris, and she's in this movie. And I just thought it was kind of cool. Like, oh, Charlie Chaplin's daughter's in this movie. And then Una Chaplin, you ever watch Game of Thrones, she's the wife of Robb Stark. That's her mother. So, a little fun fact there. And last thing before I get into, she goes to this movie in theaters, is this looks like a big ethical question, moral question in this movie. And I was like, okay, this movie made you think a little. It wasn't just a movie, just go turn off your brain. Kind of like Black Panther and Avengers Infinity War. You kind of see where people come from when it came to certain decisions. You're like, oh, I see your point. Yeah, but you're going about it the wrong way. And this movie had the same thing. Like, I see your point, but I don't think we should. But okay, maybe you should or shouldn't. How do I feel about this? So, thought it was kind of cool. Now, should you go see this movie in theaters? I'll say yes. Because this movie was different from other Jurassic Park movies. And I gotta go back and remember the first one. But I never felt like the first one was gave off a horror vibe to it or like a suspense vibe. This movie went from like a normal Jurassic Park movie to a suspense thriller / horror film. And I was like, oh, okay, there's a turn for a different turn on a movie. Like there's certain part where you, once again, it's movie tropes, so you kind of know the outcome of it. But at the same time, you was like, didn't expect that. Oh, okay. Oh, shoot. All right, this is happening. So I say go see the movie just for the aspect of you kind of get that little horror thriller feel in the movie that you probably won't get like watching it at home on your couch. Now, grading time. I'm gonna grade Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom a B-. I enjoyed this movie. It made me think. It made me like feel things for characters. There's a scene where, like, I'm talking about the spoilers, but like one of the characters started tearing up, and I was like, oh, that's sad. And then there's a scene where like the horrorness happened. I'm like, oh, gotta run, get out of there. So it made me laugh too, made me chuckle at certain parts. So definitely gives me a B-. Okay, so now get into the spoiler section of this video. So the main thing of this movie was the ethical, moral thing was like, should the dinosaurs be allowed to live or die? Like, it was like, oh all right, you're talking life or death, okay? And they're like, the dinosaurs are alive, so they're living beings, they're not extinct, so they should be allowed to live, and we have the resources to save them, but we're not gonna save them because extinction is natural, but they're alive because of humans, so we should save them. And then there's things like, we shouldn't save them because dinosaurs are wrong humans, dinosaurs are gonna eat on humans, so for the greater good, let's keep them, let them die. Like, it was crazy. And this girl that Isabella played, sorry about that, Macy, she was a clone. She was a clone of one of the characters' daughters. So one of the owners of the property that had all this auctioning and black market going on, he had his daughter cloned because his daughter died in a car accident. So he cloned his daughter and pretty much growing her up to be the daughter again. And Macy finds out that she's a clone. Just one random, like, when she finds out her own by looking at the picture, she's like, oh, okay, this doesn't make sense. And then for some shoo away line that made no sense to even like bring it up at this point, Eli told Owen and Claire, sorry about that, told Owen and Claire that Macy is a clone for no reason whatsoever. It was like literally a really out of place scene. And I guess the producers didn't know, or the director didn't know where to put it at. And it's like, we just shoehorn it in here before the dinosaur comes in and attacks and kills everybody else. And I was like, oh, that makes no sense to add that there. But they did. And so she's a clone, and she saves the dinosaurs at the end of the movie, because the dinosaur is going to suffocate and die in this room. And Macy pushes the button. Like, Bryce's character, she wasn't going to push it. She wasn't going to push the button because she was like, you know, we let the dinosaurs live. They're on land where humans at. People are going to die. Let's do it for the greater good. So they made the tough decision not letting the dinosaurs free. And Macy pushes the button. She said, they're alive just like how I'm alive. You know, I'm a clone. And I was like, God dang it. There's that moral, ethical thing about saving lives and living life, and they just do that in this movie. You know, dinosaurs are gonna eat humans, but food chain, pecking order, Black Panther, Infinity War, Avengers. God dang it, 3 movies in a year. Like, I don't know. To me, I was like, this is the 3rd movie I've seen in the theaters that had me thinking like, don't do it, but you feel bad doing it. Also, another thing I want to bring up, that the dinosaurs in this movie kill people, and like, it's not one of those like, oh, it just chop and eat the nose. Like, the Eli got killed and he got torn apart by a T-Rex and some other dinosaur, and I was like, oh, that's a little graphic. Okay. The new murder dinosaur gets killed, like impaled, when Blue comes and saves Chris Pratt and them, like gets impaled with dinosaur bones. And I was like, oh, irony. And also, okay. See, what else I want to talk about in the spoilers? So Eli character was a bad guy, and he ended up pretty much taking the dinosaurs off Jurassic World, like one of each species, and he wanted Blue the most because Blue could control the new dinosaur. She had ability where she could like understand humans, understand empathy, and be like pretty much trained to be obedient like a dog. And they wanted that trait to be into the murder dinosaur, so when they get the murder dinosaur 100%, it will be able to like listen to whoever was the master. So it would listen to the black arm dealer and have him, the murder dinosaur, go kill off people while he sit and watch. So they wanted that trait for the murder dinosaur. They couldn't get it because Blue gets saved by Chris Pratt and Bryce's character. Also, this is where Daniela character, she comes in and she pretty much like using her doctor ability to save the dinosaur. Blue gets shot and she ends up saving Blue by like doing a transplant with a T-Rex, a blood transfusion. I was sitting there like, man, she's a doctor, but she knows how to do like dinosaur, I guess dinosaur like veterinarian is not a word, what the heck. But like a dinosaur veterinarian, dinosaur vet, I'm not even sure what you would call that. What do you call somebody that heals dinosaurs? But anyway, that was her point of the movie, and that's why she was there. As well as Justin, he was a hacker, so he could hack into the system and pretty much get them out of jams they was in. But for the majority of the movie, Justin and Daniela character wasn't really there. And when Owen and Claire was doing stuff, or I should say Bryce and Chris was doing stuff, like they was out of the picture. And at the end, when they get rid of the murderous dinosaur and save this girl and get out the house, pretty much, like Justin and Daniela character appeared and it's like, how's it going? Are you guys okay? And Chris Pratt looks so mad. It was hilarious. What else I want to talk about in the spoilers? The eruption you see in the commercial, it happens in the movie, but there's a part where Chris Pratt character gets tranquilized and he somehow see lava coming towards him and he's able to get off the ground, but he's moving like inches at a time, which makes no sense whatsoever. But he does it. He gets out. He saves. I was like, all right, that doesn't make sense, but okay, we'll roll with it. Anything else I want to talk about in spoilers? I don't think there's anything else I really want to talk about. The music in the movie was great. I did love the music score. I'm looking at my notes down here. I did love the music score. The music was great. Yeah, the commercials really gave away most things you see in the movie. The commercials gave it away, but they didn't give away the ending, which they end up killing the murdered dinosaur. You knew Blue was going to help. Blue comes in for the save, to kill the murdered dinosaur, and go about the day. And that's pretty much it. So a B- sticks with me, better than the first one. Thank you guys for watching this episode of Movie Breakdowns. See you next time. Keep it awesome. Thank you guys for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, comment in the comment section below, and please subscribe for more episodes of Grind Towards Success, movie breakdowns, or whatever it is that you're watching on my channel. I have different stuff from interviews to other movie reviews to wrestling reviews. If you're a wrestling fan, please subscribe if you want to see all that and see what's going on. Also, you can follow me on Snapchat here. Follow me on Instagram there to see what I'm doing in my personal life as well as my business and Ninja Warrior. And lastly, you can watch the last episode of Grind Towards Success here. And you can watch the last episode of Movie Breakdowns there. Thank you guys once again. I really appreciate it. See you next time. Keep being awesome.